HYLCM, Siaya, Ait Tanisqualawan, Wananu Ait Tanisqualawan, E Quans Quetzal. I'm saying to you in our language, our Hunkaminam language, that I have good thoughts in my mind and good feelings in my heart for what we're doing here tonight. My name is Jordan Point. I'm the Executive Director of the First Nations Fisheries Council of British Columbia. I'm also a member of Musqueam Council, elected first in 1996. I wanted to just make a couple of comments on the work that you're doing here tonight. I've known Fin Donnelly for many years and shared the platform with him at many events and many occasions because we share similar vision, similar goals, and a shared vision for collaboration that keeps our paths on overlapping tangents. This path that he has walked on has been a good path of a true human being, and he has shared the values of protecting the Stalo, which is our Hunkaminam word for the river. And in this case, the Fraser River we're talking about. Our people were always taught that if you look after the river and protect it, it will look after you. It will feed you, it will look after you and your children, and it will give you life and it will sustain you. Fin Donnelly has been protecting this river for a generation, and to bring attention to its strength and also its vulnerability. How we must all learn to share the responsibility to protect it so it can look after us and our children. I'm happy to congratulate him and to see him included in this Fraser River Hall of Fame. And I raise my hands and say, Haichka, CM. Thank you. Congratulations, Fin.
I want to give a huge shout out to Fin Donnelly for being inducted to the Fraser River Hall of Fame. As you all know, Fin is basically a fish. He swam the river. He has been fighting to protect the environment, to protect the watershed and the river. And he has been contributing in so many ways. He's been a city councillor, a member of parliament now, an MLA. Fin, this is well deserved. Congratulations on being inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Hi everyone, I'm George Heyman, BC's Minister of Environment and Climate Change Strategy. But more importantly, I'm a friend and colleague of Fin Donnelly's. And I'm so sorry I can't join you all tonight to celebrate his induction into the Fraser River Hall of Fame. It's such a well-deserved honor. We all know what a tireless and effective advocate Fin is, whether it was in Ottawa or whether in British Columbia. It's such a pleasure to have him as part of our government and to work with him on a watershed security strategy and fund, and to watch his important work to develop plans to protect wild salmon and coastal communities and habitat. Have a great evening, and Fin, congratulations, well deserved.
Hello, Fin. A huge congratulations to you on being inducted into the Fraser River Hall of Fame. It was such a privilege to work with you as an MP in Ottawa, and it's so great having an environmental champion like you representing us in Victoria. This honor is so deserved for your unwavering dedication to protecting and enhancing the Fraser River. You know, I can now apologize for teasing you about how it's not such a big deal swimming across the Fraser River, when we all know how much your swims down the Fraser River have done to raise public awareness. That you have a children's storybook written about your adventures says it all. Congratulations, Fin, from me and Jeanette, and hi to Linda. Hope to see you both soon.
Hi, I'm Don Davies, Member of Parliament for Vancouver Kingsway. It gives me great pleasure to celebrate the induction of my great friend Fin Donnelly on the occasion of his induction into the Fraser River Hall of Fame. You know, I think we all know that Fin Donnelly is probably the nicest man in politics, but what many people don't know is that Fin and I were Ottawa spouses for some 10 years, and Fin's legendary kindness and calmness were experienced by me firsthand. But I have to tell you, the only time I have ever seen Fin Donnelly angry is when I questioned him on the fact that on his 2 swims of the Fraser River that they were downstream. And he looked at me with his ashen face. He said, "You know, Don, I almost died several times." I never asked him again about that. But seriously, Fin is simply a national treasure. He is that rare person who combines keen intelligence with a compassionate heart and raw courage. He's also that uncommon leader. He's a hopeful idealist with energetic pragmatism, and all of which is to say that there is no better champion, no greater friend, no more brave soul in protecting the Fraser River and all rivers and waterways in this country than Fin Donnelly. No more deserving person to be inducted into this Hall of Fame. Fin, you deserve it. Thank you on behalf of the people of Vancouver Kingsway for everything you do and will do in the future.
Congratulations, Fin Donnelly, on the singular honor of being in the Hall of Fame. You have done so much to protect the Fraser River and the Fraser River watershed. You've done it as a city councillor, you've done it as a member of parliament, you've done it as an MLA, but most importantly, throughout your life, you've done it as an activist. On behalf of all the inhabitants of the Fraser River watershed, and indeed everyone on this planet, thank you for your valuable work in preserving what is our precious resource in British Columbia. Thank you, Fin Donnelly, and congratulations.
Hi everyone, I'm Ann Kang, MLA for Burnaby-Deer Lake and Minister of Advanced Education and Skills Training, and a good friend of Fin Donnelly. I am so thrilled today because we are celebrating Fin Donnelly becoming a part of the Fraser River Hall of Fame. This is so incredibly exciting, and I can't think of anyone more deserving of such a high honor. I think we are all aware of Fin's legendary Fraser River swim in 1995. But what everyone may not see in Fin's day-to-day commitment to sustainability and river protection, from his work as Member of Parliament, then MLA and Parliamentary Secretary for Fisheries and Agriculture, I am in awe of Fin's lifelong and tireless fight to protect our waters, and I am so grateful for his contributions. Congratulations, Fin, and thank you for inspiring all of us every day.
Hi, this is Bob Deeth. I'm the MLA for Maple Ridge Mission. It's no surprise to me when I heard that Fin was being inducted into the Fraser River Hall of Fame. Long before we met, I had heard of Fin and his dedication not only to the Fraser River, but to the health and well-being of our waterways, oceans, and all the ecological diversity that we count on and that we live in. Also, anytime an issue that's come up on West Coast waters, you were sure to hear from Fin on the case right away, advocating and fighting for a solution. And over the last year, it's been really a pleasure to work with Fin, and even better to see him in action with his work with as a Parliamentary Secretary for Fisheries and Aquaculture. And so from founding the Rivershed Society of British Columbia to serving as MP for Port Moody Coquitlam and the critic for Fisheries and Oceans, to what you're doing now today in British Columbia, Fin, we all owe you a debt of gratitude for the work that you're doing. And of course highlighting the importance of the Fraser River in our province. You brought awareness to the issues facing our waterways and aquaculture in British Columbia and across Canada, and of course around the world. So thank you so much, Fin, for everything you've done. Congratulations, well deserved. All the best, my friend.
I'm Mark Angelo, Chair and founder of both BC and World Rivers Day, and I want to congratulate Fin on his induction into the Fraser River Hall of Fame. That is so deserved. I have known Fin for a long, long time, and I remember long ago when Fin first told me of his plans to swim the entire length of the Fraser River. I was so impressed in that I knew the challenges of doing that. I had paddled the full length of the river. I knew the challenges of paddling it, let alone swimming it. So I followed his swim very, very closely, and I thought it was such an heroic and exciting undertaking. I also had the great privilege of welcoming Fin home at the end of his swim when he arrived in Vancouver on the afternoon of BC Rivers Day, and that was literally a highlight of the day. Fin then went on the following year to establish the Rivershed Society of BC, a great group that does incredible work in our province. He then entered the political arena, first with the city of Coquitlam as a councillor, then as an MP, then as an MLA, and parliamentary secretary. And I have so enjoyed working with him in all of those roles. And throughout his political career, Fin has always stayed true to his principles and true to his great passion for the Fraser River. So congratulations, Fin. You're a good friend and a person I so greatly respect. This is an honor that is so richly deserved. Thanks again to the Fraser River Discovery Center for having this event, and I hope you have a great evening.
Hi, Fin. It's Rick Hansen here. I'd like to join everyone in congratulating you on this year's induction into the Fraser River Hall of Fame. It's such a just recognition of your decades of service in drawing attention to this important river and ensuring that it's a healthy and sustainable ecosystem for decades to come. Right from your swim down the Fraser 26 years ago to your years of advocacy as a member of Parliament or an MLA, and now as Parliamentary Secretary in charge of wild salmon and healthy fisheries, we are inspired by your leadership. This is a great recognition of what you've done to date, but what inspires me the most is that you keep setting the bar higher. And as the chair of the Fraser River Sturgeon Conservation Society, and as someone who's committed his life to ensuring that healthy salmon populations are here for many generations to come, I'm so blown away by your role, your leadership, and the way you bring people together. I know that sturgeon are counting on you. So are salmon, and so are all of us. We'll work together harder. We need you to keep leading. So don't stop, my friend. We're with you.
Hey Fin, Steve Whitney here, checking in from Seattle. I'm sorry I can't be there with you, but please know that your friends at the Bullet Foundation send their sincere congratulations on your induction into the Fraser River Hall of Fame. Now, I'm not exactly sure what Fraser River Hall of Fame status requires, but I do know that if anyone deserves the honor, you do. You know, I look back over the Foundation's records, and I can see that we've made dozens of grants to many different organizations for all manner of work to defend, restore, and conserve the Fraser River and its associated ecosystems. And I can tell you that that commitment would not have been so robust but for the time you took some 20 years ago to educate me about the river, about its people, and about its significance to the province. So I thank you for that knowledge and for your willingness to share it with me. And I congratulate you on this honor. I value our friendship, and I look forward to catching up with you in person sometime very soon. Take care. Cheers.
My name is Alan Domas. I've known Fin Donnelly for many, many years. Early on, he was a councillor in Coquitlam, and I was working for the Fraser River Port Authority. When he came to council, I originally was very concerned that an environmentalist had taken over the seat on council and the focus of the city would change. However, as I came to know Fin and understand that he embraced sustainability and not simply the environment, I came to have a relationship that has lasted for a very long time and I believe built on mutual respect. Fin, welcome to the Hall of Fame. It's likely long overdue. Congratulations and welcome.
Congratulations on your nomination, Fin. You're now joining an elite group of men, women, and a community that have led the way in British Columbia and the world in this grand conversation on the plight of our streams, our rivers, our watersheds, and our salmon populations. Your nomination is well deserved, and I'm personally very proud for you and your family in this recognition. Again, well deserved. I've always realized the fastest way towards solution is dialogue and a great Rolodex, and you certainly have both. I appreciate your ability to champion the big picture, not get lost in the details, and for a politician, you have amazing listening skills. I think mostly I admire your strategic mind and your professional presentation. It serves you well. Again, congratulations. Now that you're in this club, Fin, I'm wondering if you might champion the idea of the Nechaco River becoming the new headwaters of the Fraser. After all, it was a simple slip of the pen of a cartographer that chose the eastern version, and it might help us with our funding opportunities up here.
Finn, from the Izumi Estrada family, we'd like to congratulate you on a well-deserved induction into the Fraser River Hall of Fame. I thought it was important to reach out to you and let you know how much you've meant personally to me over the years, your passion, dedication, and most of all, your resilience to the environment and speaking up for wild fish is nothing short of inspirational. So thank you for everything you've done. I'm sorry I couldn't be there tonight. I'm currently in the field. But have a great evening, and we'll see you soon.
Hi, I'm Vivian Birch-Jones, and for the past 20 years I've been the president of the Lillooet Naturalist Society. I first met Finn when he walked out of the water here on the second swim. I was working for Radio Lillooet, and I interviewed him before he even had a chance to catch his breath. I was pretty excited to be doing the interview, but more than that, to be meeting Finn, because I so admired what he was doing. And since then, he's been nothing but good energy for our area, bringing awareness to the Fraser River, the huge watershed and all the challenges that the river faces. And we've worked well with the Rivershed Society, mostly through Kim North, but all the way along, just doing good awareness raising, conservation around the rivershed. And we sponsored swimmers, not swimmers, but people to go in the raft all the way from the headwaters all the way down a number of times, and they've become ambassadors in the community for the Fraser River. So Finn, you've had a wonderful influence here. You so deserve this award. Congratulations.
Hey, this is Aaron Hill from Watershed Watch Salmon Society. Finn, I'm so glad you're getting this recognition for all that you've done for the Fraser and its salmon over the years. It's a really long list, and I think one of the unifying themes has been how you've consistently drawn attention to the scope and scale, not only of this magnificent river and all that it supports, but also to everything that's damaging it and everything that we need to do to turn that around. And just to illustrate the point, my backdrop here is the Strait of Juan de Fuca, which you also swam across, and where the people and wildlife of the Salish Sea on both sides of the border depend on the salmon, the Fraser salmon that swim through here. And you've been a champion for all of it, right up to the headwaters. I think that if all of our elected officials put as much into our rivers and our fish as you have, there wouldn't be a need for conservation activism, and that would be an amazing thing. So thank you for your leadership, for everything that you've done, and for everything that you're still planning to do. And congratulations.